They dive to grab all the latest sports stories. They challenge coaches head on and don't let any leads get by. Connor Driscoll. Jordan Iserson. And Drew Bonadelli. This is Poly Sports Insider.
And now, Connor Driscoll and Jordan Iserson.
Thank you for joining us for our second edition of Poly Sports Insiders. I'm Connor Driscoll.
And I'm Jordan Iserson. A Central Coast ball player has been wanting to play pro ball his entire life. Now, after being the top pick in an international baseball league, Aaron Levin is on his way.
Aaron Levin was the #1 overall pick out of 120 players in the inaugural season of the Professional Israel Baseball League.
Actually, I was a little surprised. Didn't really know it was going to happen, and got the phone call, and it shocked me more than it shocked everyone else.
Levin was drafted by the Modine Miracle along with retired Hall of Fame pitcher Sandy Koufax. Koufax was drafted as a tribute to his accomplishments, taken with the final pick in the draft. The league hopes to have Koufax, who is now 71, throw out the league's first pitch.
Yeah, it's an honor to be associated in any article with Sandy Koufax. Anytime you're in the same article with a known pitcher who's probably one of the best pitchers to play the major leagues, it's just an honor to be associated with his name, and hopefully I can go meet him and share some baseball knowledge with him.
Levin has been working hard to get back into baseball shape after a year off from baseball to pursue a degree at Cal Poly. Coaching at San Luis High this season has had an impact on Levin's training.
Yeah, I actually coached with a Major League Baseball player and another pitching coach who played minor league baseball, Casey Candell and Bobby Ryan, and I've learned so much about the game from them throughout the last year, just being on the field with them and coaching with them.
Players from 9 different nations were taken in the draft, and the league begins play June 24th with the 6 teams playing a 45-game schedule. Tommy John, 2 words that any pitcher cringes at the sound of. This quest to transfer has recovered from this devastating elbow injury and is ready to start anew for the Mustangs. Tommy John surgery is a serious surgery that involves replacing a ligament in one's elbow that is taken from elsewhere in the body. Ty Sarche, second-year Quest to College pitcher, has been rehabbing for a little over a year after Tommy John surgery of his own.
It wasn't that hard. Like, I didn't have to lift weights or run all sorts. It was just a long process of going to physical therapy 3 times a week, and there's just no light at the end of the tunnel, I guess, for about the first 6 months. But it turns around for the last 6 months.
Sarche was drafted in 2004 by the Kansas City Royals in the 44th round, but decided to attend Cuesta in order to get an education and to help develop. He will now be attending Cal Poly in the fall with a full baseball scholarship.
Oh yeah, definitely. It makes you feel good, you know, and like knowing that you're going to get that education out of coming to this program too is definitely a reason to go. But I mean, as far as baseball, like, it's pretty much a dream to play that level of baseball in a place like San Luis Obispo.
After completing his rehab, Sarche ended his short Cuesta season with 1 win in 5 starts with no losses and an ERA just above 4. He hopes to do whatever he can to help the Mustang baseball team be successful come next season and has aspirations of being a Friday night starter.
Really, I'm just looking to play, hopefully make an impact. Just being a junior college transfer, I hope to get some innings next year and just see fit wherever they see me fitting is wherever I'll play. So hopefully I'll start.
A staple of youth sports landscape is declining heavily across the country. And right here on the Central Coast, Little League Baseball is in danger of going extinct. PSI contributor Grant Theophilus has this report.
Little League Baseball has been an American pastime for almost 70 years, but today more and more kids are losing interest in the sport. Up until 2003, participation dropped about 40,000 annually, and leagues like Atascadero have seen the difference.
We've probably gone from, in our competitive division, probably from 5 teams now, and at our peak, we probably had up to 10 teams at one time. Probably 10 years or so ago, there were an Atascadero North and Atascadero South, and I believe they had 5 to 6 teams in each division.
In the U.S. alone, nearly 300 leagues have folded in the past decade. In 1987, 15 million players were in amateur baseball, but now that number has fallen almost 30%, while other sports like soccer and basketball steer kids away from baseball.
It's a slower moving sport. For some kids, they don't get it. The thinking part of Little League, the strategy involved, they kind of sometimes just want to go for the gusto, the fast moving stuff.
The lack of young players are making an impact at the college ranks as well.
In recruiting high school athletes, the biggest thing we see here at Cal Poly is that real good athletes are playing other sports instead of baseball.
And kids can also learn how to win off the field.
So we just need to encourage kids about the beautiful part of the sport. The stresses that you have to go through, there's a lot of life lessons I think you can